Good morning everyone, welcome back to Ravers Mead. I'm doing something a little bit different today, so I'm going to be taking you on a quick garden tour. I've got some things out here that need harvesting, so I was going to be spending 20 minutes, half an hour in here this morning anyway. So I figured I may as well grab the camera and take you guys with me and show you what I've got growing out here this year. I will warn you, since the heat wave, it's not looking too stunning out here. All my lettuce plants have gone to seed, or they're trying to go to seed. There's one that was lettuce a couple of weeks ago, and now it's bolted. That's on its way as well. Yeah, I thought I would just take you guys around and show you what I've got going on. That's our rhubarb. So this is our special rhubarb plant. This is the one. If anybody follows us on Instagram, we've actually got a gardening page on Instagram. It's called Ravers Mead Garden, and I put a post up about this particular rhubarb a little while ago. This was actually taken from my granddad's garden. After he passed away, when we were clearing his house out, we attempted to take the rhubarb and it didn't want to come with us, so we hacked a slice off and took that with us. And we put it in a big pot. We put it in actually one of those green containers, and it kind of outgrew it. So I planted it in the ground, and it really didn't like our soil, and we nearly killed it. So yeah, we very nearly killed this. I found a piece of crown that was that big, and it was all soggy and half rotten, and it had one single bud on it. One single bud on a piece of crown this big, and I've managed to nurse it back from that. And this is the best it's looked in about 2 years now. So we're not harvesting any of this. I'm not going to try and plant it in the ground ever again. I'm just going to leave it in this pot because, yeah, we nearly lost this, and that would have been very sad for us. That is celery that I put in there when this was much smaller. So that needs harvesting soon. And here, this is the Bramley apple tree, and it looks like we might actually get some apples this year if we're very lucky. There were so many fruits on here, and it actually dropped most of them. I didn't think we were going to get anything. But we've got a few on here that, as you can see, are looking really good. I'm really hopeful. So fingers crossed we'll get some apples. Right, well, I just had an impromptu lesson in camera maintenance. Apparently it's possible for the inside of the lens to steam up. Don't know how it did that, don't know why it did that. I don't know how much of the previous footage I've just taken is actually going to be usable. So, yeah. But anyway, I was about to harvest some beans. So I was going to find a spot. Ew! Oh, I sat down in the grass, it's pretty fun. Lush. I was going to find a spot to put you guys, and yeah, let's pick some beans. And I think there's probably going to be some carrots that need pulling up when we get to them, and some beetroots, and possibly some more courgettes and squash as well. These are a bit on the small side, actually. That's a nice one. So a lot of these are quite small still. Thing is though, like this one for example, even though it's a small pod, you can see that it's like beaning up, like the beans inside are actually forming. So I don't think that pod's going to get any bigger. It's just going to bean out, if that's even a phrase. So I'm just going to pick the ones that are like that. Any of the pods that are kind of flat still, I'm going to leave those on there because they may well grow a little bit more. Well, that was a pretty good little bean haul. That's the first time I've picked beans so far this year. That's just off of the dwarf beans. We've got climbing beans that are coming ready as well, so they'll produce a heck of a lot. But that's awesome. That's a lot of beans. I'll have some of those in my dinner tonight. I don't know what I'll have. Something involving beans, potatoes, and carrots, I expect. Yeah, that's cool. I'm happy with that. So down here as well in this bed, we've got onions. And these are getting huge, like seriously big. Oh, that's ready to come up actually. Wow. Wow, they're awesome. Woo, that's cool. Right. Well, okay, this is a lot of stuff already. Right, let's have a little look at this bed. I'm gonna pop this down for a minute rather than carrying that around. So in here, this is a whole mess of stuff going on in this bed. So let's start at the other end actually. Oh look, there's a bee. Little bumblebee. Little happy bee. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, so this bed is kind of a mess, but it's actually turned out to be the healthiest bed I've got so far. So we've got broccoli in here. The broccoli had overwintered in here and it's self-seeded in here. This particular broccoli plant, wherever it is, whichever one it is, one of these broccoli plants is actually 3 years old now. It keeps coming back year after year. And it's also self-seeding, which is fantastic because it means I haven't had to plant any more broccoli. And I planted some peppers in here, which there are pepper plants in here somewhere if I can find them. There's also an aubergine plant in here, which is flowering. Yay! That's cool. Oh wow, we might actually have aubergines this year. And we've got beetroot in here. So, oh, and there's a tomato plant that volunteered as well. So in this tiny little bed, so this is 4 foot wide by, I want to say like 10 foot long, I think. Something like that. I know it was definitely 4 foot wide because I did all my beds 4 foot wide. I think this is 10 foot long. So in this bed, I've got 2 or 3 massive broccoli plants. I've got about 10 pepper plants. I've got about a dozen beetroot plants. This giant marigold plant that, and I've got an aubergine plant in there and a volunteer tomato plant. And you'd think it would all be struggling, but actually it looks awesome. I've already harvested some beetroots out of this particular spot. But look how happy everything is. Oh look, there's peppers on there. More peppers. Got some beetroot down here, which doesn't appear to be bulbing up yet, but that's okay. We can eat the greens anyway. These were the ones that I was... Oh, look, there's a dirty slug in there. Get off my beetroot. Right. So I want some of these because I'm going to do some... Ah, sad times. And there's a big dirty maggot in there. That is gross. Oh, well. Knock him out. I'll wash that off and I'll use that anyway. I'm not fussed. I want to do some pickled beetroots tonight. My neighbour gave me some gooseberries as well. So I'm going to make some gooseberry jam tonight as well. So I figured while I'm doing one thing, I may as well go ahead and, you know, make an evening of it. I think I'm going to leave those there and see if I get any bigger. Get off, slug. Ew. Gross creature. Right, let's bury those back in a bit. I'm going to leave them there. I'll take these 3 though. They look lovely. Add that to our pile. But yeah, we've got all sorts going on in here. And around here, you see we've got some very happy little pepper plants with lots of little mini peppers growing on them, which is amazing. I did lose, well, to be fair, oh, Greek basil, well that's not helpful. I did put labels out with them, but I don't know what's happened to them, they just vanished. I don't know where they went, but yeah, my peppers are a mystery. I think this might be the mini bell pepper plant, but we'll see, we'll find out at some point. But yeah, that's that little bundle of fun in there. Over here, you better be behaving yourself, young man. I don't want you to go digging stuff up. Got more beetroots over here. This looked spectacular before the heat wave, and since the heat wave, oh, that's I was going to pull that up, but that's actually a radish that's gone to flower. So I'll leave that and I'll get the seeds from that. This looked spectacular a couple of weeks ago. I actually have some photos of it. I'll see if I can pop one in here for you guys so you can get like a reference point. But the heat seems to have just knocked them out and they're all really sad now. But there's some healthy new growth on here, so they might come back. These are nasturtiums, in case anyone's wondering. And the bees have been loving them. Got some more coming along the back there, but this just looks so nice and now it looks so sad. Anyway, in here we've got beetroots, we've got carrots, which are popping up all over the place. Oh no, that one's split. Oh dear. Okay. I think these all need to come up now, really. Oh wow, that's a nice one. It's a rather lovely bunch. Oh, they smell amazing. You have no idea how good this smells, guys. Oh, that one was a bit chumpy, chunky, dinky, dumpy, whatever you want to call it. Oh. What are you doing, pups? Cool. Okay, that's nice. Right, let's pop that in our pile. Oh, this is looking very good. Check out the sunflower, by the way. It's huge! Yeah, that's pretty darn cool. I can't wait to see what colour the flower is. I've no idea what it is. It volunteered. I had sunflowers here last year and yeah, it decided it was going to move in, so I let it. Right, okay, moving on. Let's take a look at my very sad tomatoes. So these ones got sick. I don't want to touch them because I'm going around harvesting stuff and I don't want to spread it, but they got blight again. I lost all of my tomatoes to blight last year. It was really frustrating. I think I got maybe a handful of ripe tomatoes and all of the others I harvested at this stage, and I ended up turning them into chutney. I mean, we had a lot of really nice chutney. We still have a lot of really nice chutney left, so you know, it wasn't a total loss, but as you can see, these are not looking good. However, I'm not 100% sure if all of that damage was from the blight. So I went ahead and I made a fungicide mix to go on them. It was neem oil and I can't remember if it was baking soda or baking powder, but I found the recipe online. Loads of people recommended it. Really good for changing the acidity levels on the leaves, which then prevents the fungus, which causes blight, from like colonizing and spreading basically. And I don't know if I got my concentrations a little bit off, because I've got a feeling that a lot of this damage might actually be like burn, like leaf burn. But on the flip side of that, the blight does appear to have stopped spreading. The leaves that had it are just gross. They're crispy, they're dead looking. I'm gonna have to pull them off at some point. I might do that later today. But the tops of all these plants are actually looking pretty healthy now. They're looking good. They've had a massive growth spurt. I gave them some calcium the other day, which I've put in the soil. I put some eggshells down there as well, just because I had them. But I got some calcified seaweed and put on the soil. And do you know what? I think there is hope. And, I mean, look at all that. There is a lot of fruit there. If we can just get these plants through long enough to ripen this fruit, I'll be happy. So, yeah, not a total loss, not yet anyway, but they definitely look unhappy. Right, onto this little row, and then we'll just have a little walk to the tunnel, and then that'll be pretty much it for this one. Down here, this is a patty pan squash. I don't know if there's going to be any ripe. I picked a load yesterday. They grow so fast, if you leave them too long, they become gigantic. Oh yeah, here's a few. Here we go, look. Let's take those off. Woohoo! I have so many of these in my kitchen right now, it's unreal. But, despite the fact that they are a summer squash, whoops, they do actually keep quite a long time. In fact, I have one on my kitchen counter at home still, which is from last year, and it's only just started to go hollow and go off. So that's pretty good going. Oh, right, let's take these around, add them to our collection. I need a bigger harvest basket, guys. Definitely need a bigger harvest basket. I need to get myself a nice wicker basket, I think. Right, we've got some more squash over here. Oh yeah, I've got a cabbage here as well, but I don't think it's going to be particularly edible. I haven't tried to keep the bugs off of it. I don't know, it might be. I mean, it's heading up. We'll see. We'll see what goes on there. This is giant pumpkin plant, and it is actually a giant variety. And we've got a few fruits coming on here already. I've no idea what we're going to do with the fruit, to be honest. I mean, pumpkin pie is great. I like pumpkin pie. I like eating roast squash and stuff like that. But I kind of just planted it for the novelty, if anything else. Because I want to grow a giant pumpkin. Oh, I see a courgette that needs picking. I can get in there. Oh, look, there's some parsnips. Hey, that's happy. Oh, that's cool. I didn't think I was going to get any parsnips this year. I put so many seeds out, and I don't know if the mice ate them or if it was just a bad year for germinating parsnips, but none of them came up. These must have volunteered, because I had some parsnips here last year, and one of them went to seed, and I just let it. So we might have a few parsnips for our Christmas dinner after all. That's cool. Anyway, back to the task at hand. Let's get that courgette. Oh wow, it's huge. Well, it's not that big, but for a courgette, it's pretty huge. Woo! Wow, that's cool. Okay, so over the rest of here, this is another volunteer tomato plant, which I just let go because why not? Oh, there's actually fruit on it. It's one of the miniature ones again. Got some leeks over here because Mum loves her leeks, so I've done a few leeks for her. I don't like them very much, so I didn't do too many, just a few. This whole area along here is a little bit neglected, to be fair. I think that is a sorrel plant. That was some chard that went to seed, and I was kind of going to do an experiment to see. Oh dear, Stumpy got in the field with the big horses and was causing chaos. Wee-hee! I don't know if this zooms in far enough. She's going nuts out there. Oh well, that'll entertain her for a little while. Anyway, back to the garden. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there to see if I can achieve what I've achieved with my broccoli and see if that will become like a long-term resident and just keep growing every year, but we'll see. I don't know how that's going to go. Oh, hey, there's more beans. I missed some beans. Oh, yum. Right, let's get some of those big ones. Oh, you came back? No peeing on my vegetables. Listen, look at me. No peeing on my vegetables and no pooing in here either, okay? Yes, you can give me that look, you dirty boy. Right, come on. Okay, oh, that's pretty much it for over here actually. This area is a bit sparse. Got some more broccoli plants. Oh, where's the pony gone? Where has the pony gone? Oh, okay, she's back down there with the others now. Okay. I don't know if you can see her or not. Oh well. Oh, she got in with blue. Oh no, she's not. She's not in with blue. Okay. Off she goes again. Whee! Okay. So we got some broccoli plants, a very sad looking kale there. More broccoli. And again, this space is a bit derelict. I haven't really put an awful lot in here. This volunteered as well, but this looks really healthy. And look how many flowers are on it. It's pretty cool. I think we might get some of those teeny tiny ones off there. Okay, down to the last little bit, the tunnel. I'm hoping it's going to get completely covered with food this year. I didn't manage to cover the whole thing last year. Some stuff didn't grow very well. One thing I do have to show you, guys, I grew some freaky big radishes. I mean, look at it. It's gigantic. And these ones. So I'm just leaving these here to go to seed because I want to get the seed from these freaks. They have been super healthy and they have produced really big, good, tasty vegetables. So I definitely want seeds from these. Got loads of cucumber plants along here, so that's a little... This one's doing a bit slowly actually, so I'm not quite sure what's wrong with them. We've got some beans coming up here. This one is actually the descendant of Beano, which was a bean that my mum decided to start in a paper towel in a glass jar. Apparently that's something they used to do at school. They used to start beans in jars so you could see them rooting and stuff and sprouting. So she did that with a bean last year. And this plant was the descendant of Beano, who is actually, his corpse is still attached to this trellis, which is a bit grim, but hey ho. Hey Beano! Oh, and we've got all sorts of beans growing up around here. They're all different types of runner beans. I've got some normal ones, I've got some white ones, and I've got a variety called a painted lady as well, which are kind of cute. Another volunteer tomato plant. I did plant a watermelon down here, but I don't think it's got much hope. I'll try again next year. I haven't had much luck with melons. They really need to be in a greenhouse, but I'll keep trying. I might get lucky one day. Got corn along here, and we've got some epic squashes going on. Get that out of the way. I think these are blue Hungarians. They were very tasty. We had some of these last year. And I've got all sorts of flowers and herbs going along the back of here. Literally all sorts going on down there. Some of these nasturtium flowers have done okay. They're quite happy still. I think it's because they're in the shade, it's a bit cooler. Again, we've got more freaky radishes. We've got some more cucumbers back here, which I'm attempting to encourage them to climb up this trellis. I want them to go up ideally rather than trail along the ground. But yeah, that's pretty much it all the way along here. So we've got corn and squash and beans on this side, and then we've got cucumbers and radish and some random flowers that have come up along this side. That's pretty much it. That is my garden as of mid-July 2022. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of food out of here. Hopefully the tomatoes don't wither away and die. Yeah, we got quite a harvest today. Look at all this. That is so cool. Oh, this makes me so happy to have all this food. Oh, actually, one other thing I will show you while I've got you guys. Bear with me a sec. Okay, so in the shed, in the bedding shed, which doesn't have a lot of bedding in it at the moment. I need to restock this ready for winter. So in here, we've got all of the onions and garlic that I picked so far this year. They've been drying. I had to move them in here and pile them up on top of each other because it rained the other day. But we've got all of our garlic in here. This all came out of the garden. All these onions, they came out of the garden. We've got shallots. I need to separate these piles actually. I can feel a bit of moisture in there and I don't want mold setting in. So I need to lay those out again. These were pulled up the other day. You can see these are still really green, so these need drying out. And in here, in these trays, we've got potatoes. So we've got 3 whole trays of, that one's got little pinkness to it, and in the bottom are some purple ones. Oh, sorry guys, I'm being lazy. I can't bother to take the trays apart. Yeah, there we go. We've got some purple ones down there. Yeah. So we're doing good. This is awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there for today, guys. I am gonna go and catch that naughty little pony who's causing chaos down there. That was my mistake for giving her the benefit of the doubt. I thought to myself, well, instead of giving her hay today, you know, I'll just let her go out in the grass with the big horses, and she's making mischievous pony. So I'm gonna go get her in. I might take her for a drive actually, and I'm gonna go for a nice ride and enjoy the rest of my Saturday. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you want to see more of my garden, let me know. I did say earlier in the year that I was going to start shooting all different kinds of content. So let me know if you enjoyed it and if you want to see more. I said I do have an Instagram account just for the garden. So if you want to go over and follow that, feel free. And one more thing I'm going to show you before I go, because I just noticed this. Look! nearly our first sunflower of the year. And it's one of the multi-headed ones as well. Oh, that's cool. Right, I'm gonna wrap it up there, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye. Right, come on, monkey. Come on. Oh. Oh. Oh, are you sad now? Soz, babes. You need your eyes washing, hun, and you need your flame mask back on. You. Yeah.